Good evening, everyone. It is I, Eibbor Nanahcub. Okay, not bad. Still stings. Whew. And welcome back to another very special video. That's right, we're back once again with another fantastic birthday video for the pink charm of pastel palettes, Aya. So happy birthday, Aya. To say, really glad to see that Aya's is really close to Christmas because it's almost like she was a gift to the world. But yeah, guys, we're back once again. We're taking a little break, but these are 5 reasons why Aya should be the best girl. Is the best girl. What am I saying? Aya is the best girl. But moving on into number 5. Costumes. Okay, so this one's starting off low. Usually costumes doesn't usually get that high unless it's something that like the person's making, like Remy or Rinko. That's why they got up a little bit higher. But still, Aya's an idol, so she's got to have some fantastic looking costumes, and that's just like not something that they missed on pastel palettes. It's just like, all right, we need to make this stuff look like it even feels fluffy, even though it's a digital picture. You can feel the sugar coming off those costumes. Oh my gosh. And just, it's a great tie-in actually, because for reference, Dreamfest 1's pastel palettes outfits are literally all like sweets based, and that is so great. And just all of Aya's costumes have always been really great and really good, and it just helps that Aya's a really good highlight for them. That's weird to say. I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but I think it's mainly just her main color is pink. It kind of highlights all the costumes really well. I don't know. All the girls in pastel palettes are all bright colors. That helps really like separate them. It's almost like they planned it that way. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, her costumes are awesome as always, and I'm always looking forward to seeing what Aya will be dressed up in the next card she's in. But moving on into our next one, number 4, Idolhood. Okay, so this one's a little unique for pastel palettes, but it's still something that needs to be pointed out. Aya is an idol, and not like the fact she considers herself an idol, yes, but she also is considered by a company their idol. Pastel Palettes belongs to a company that helps them organize and set up all the events that they do and takes care of all their projects they work on. But just like, I don't think people give enough credit to pastel palettes, or even Aya for that, because not to sound rude to Aya, but Aya is the most like scatterbrained out of all of them. But she's also the hardest worker out of all of them. We'll get to that later. But yeah, like just thinking about all the practices, all the routines, all of the work she has to do just to make sure she maintains that position as idol. Her dream, by the way. And that's just like, she does it with a smile on her face all the time. And that's just great to see. And it's not an easy gig. Like, obviously, they've been through hardship. Like, literally, the first story we get introduced to pastel palettes with, they were almost literally kicked right out of that position as soon as they started. But they stuck through it. And Aya especially stuck through it. But I'm getting carried away onto the later points. But, yeah, being an idol, not easy, so props to Aya for that. But, moving on into our next one. Number 3. Singing voice. Alright, now this one is up there because Aya has a very fitting voice, if I should say. She's an idol, she sings very poppy, very happy, and sometimes different styled songs, but usually they're very like upbeat and very warm sounding, if that's a good description. But her voice fits these songs perfectly because she's a very light, airy, and like, it's very soft on the ears, and it's always easy to listen to. Like with Yukina and Ran and, Ray, they're all very, like, they'll punch, it hits you in the ears, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in for a treat. But Aya's just like, oh, this is beautiful. Like, my favorite thing to listen to is Stay Alive's cover, their cover of Stay Alive, because that's just such a good role for Aya. Her voice fits it so well, it's just like, it's such an easy listening experience, and it's great. But yeah, Aya just a really good singer, and I don't think people give her enough props for that. That, and also she has to do all the dances on stage while singing, so that's also already hard. But I'm splitting hairs now. But moving on into our next one, number 2.
personality.
Okay, so this is the one I was dipping my toes into earlier whenever I was talking about her being an idol. Aya is amazing. Like, end of story, end of conversation. Aya's amazing because she is always positive, always on top of things. And even whenever she gets flustered, she's quick to try and pull herself together. Whereas she has pastel palettes to help her pull herself together for her. Thank you, Chisato. But yeah, Aya is always just ready to be there to help people or to have another idea to like move. She's there to motivate. She's there to innovate. She's there to get stuff done. And that's what I was talking about with the idolhood thing. She works the hardest at it, I believe. Not saying that any of the pastel palettes are slacking. No. But I'm just saying, Aya's been going at this just so she could be an idol. Like, all the other girls, they kind of had, like, outside things that kind of led them into this. Like, Maya was a studio musician before she jumped in. She was a big gear tech, so she knew a lot about it. Chisato was an actor, so she already had a established, like, career where they're like, oh, well, you're a notable figure in the popular scene, so come on in. Eve was a model, which we still don't give Eve much credit for. But yeah, so they're like, oh, that's a pretty face, bring her in. And Hina's just a genius, so Hina just gets in and gets to do whatever she wants. But I had to work her butt off just to get where she is, and she's always happy about it. And like my biggest thing that I put this up here for was Pastel Palettes' first story. Their first band story is the reason that I put this up here, because I had literally put everything she had into trying to get rid of that bad taste in everyone's mouth of them being a recording band, one that didn't play what they actually were singing. And that was just so freaking heart-touching to see. Heart-touching? Heartwarming, that's what I'm saying. But it was so touching to see I just putting everything she had into it just to get them another chance, to get the public back on their side. It was so good to see. Also, Chisato came through for me in that one too, but it's about Aya. I'm mentioning Chisato again, I'm gonna get in trouble. Alright, but yeah, Aya's just great. I love Aya. Aya's just always there to be a good friend. But, moving on into our last one. Number one. Okay, so, as I was saying, Aya's an amazing person. But if you've seen anything with Aya where she's just trying to do her thing, she's doing her thing. And her thing is an entirely different plane of, that's interesting. Aya is so, like, I love how hard she works at things. I love how much she tries. But she's always just on a different plane of what she's aiming for. Like, every time she tries to do poses, it just ends up being, that seems heavily dated or just really goofy. She tries so hard, and she still succeeds, but in the weirdest way possible, and that just makes it great. Aya's just really funny to listen to and watch. That is always funny to see her get flustered. Anytime with Chisato reaming her a little bit. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm messing up words, but that and the fact that, like, you can't forget it at the time. Anytime that Aya gets a little bit sentimental, it's waterworks going down. Hina will call it out, and it's waterworks everywhere. But yeah, Aya's just a unique character that makes that group just all the better, because everyone in Pastel Palette is, like, just out there. Because, like, you have the realm of super seriousness of Chisato, Maya being a little bit aloof, but still kind of trying to be serious. Hina just way out there, and Eve's way out in the left field with her. And then you have Aya, it's just like the dead middle. It's just like, trying to go to one side, but also wants to be on the other side. She can't decide what team she's on, so she just dragged everybody into her team. That's why she's the leader. Oh my gosh, and I love it. It's great. But, I think that'll do it for this video, guys. Again, happy birthday to Aya. I am so glad that it's her birthday, and I'm glad that I got to do these videos. It's always fun, but, I'm going to say it again because I messed up, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I sure did. Getting to talk about one of my favorite idols. Yeah, I was trying to think of an Aya saying the in and out, but I really, really can't think of anything, because that's just like, trying to come up with something that Aya says in Aya style, it's just like, how do I make things odd and just hit stale instantly, but also be charming at the same time? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I can't pull it off, but but until next time, guys, I'll see you.